V. Life had never been pretty, couldn't even put it in a frame. By any means had to get it, but always kept my hands clean. Making moves across the nation, every dollar made a dream. Building profit from creation, any thought could be a thing. How could they take it if they never gave it? If I'm an enslaved, then it's me that's gonna make it. I feel like I'm meant for better, and you should too, because we all deserve it for special. Don't let no one tell you.
Facts. I seen on your channel you said y'all predicted Bitcoin to top out of maybe 150 this cycle.
Yeah, 150K is basically our prediction.
Yeah. So
basically 4x in Bitcoin.
Okay. So and that's why you feel a lot of these smaller cap altcoins, the good ones with the good tech, could 100x in some cases 1,000x, just from that liquidity that will be pouring into the space.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, I've been my money in altcoins, not so much in Bitcoin.
Okay. I feel that, man. Right now, today, if you could give me 3 altcoins, what's your top 3?
Top 3. I like Joystream. I like Hive Mapper. Although it's not really a low cap, it's over 100 million FTV, but it reminds me of Helium. Actually, the Helium CEO is advising them. It's basically this centralized dash cam, building maps, kind of like Google Maps for Web3. You put a dash cam, you drive around, they give you crypto for doing that. The device costs about $500. Joystream is basically YouTube, but for Web3. Botto is looking pretty good, although it's still pretty early. I'm biased, but AstroDAO is a project we've been working in. I'm part of the board. That's
what's up.
It's super degen. It's like under 2 million FTV, but it's basically going to be a decentralized index platform for anybody launching their own index. And we also plan to add launch pads, and they'll be working closely with the Tokenmetrics team to take some projects we meet in our network and that we think have good qualities, and helping them launch on the launchpad, giving people early access to these projects.
Okay. I see you mentioned sort of some of the new projects, right? And it's a theme out there in the cryptocurrency space. I got liquidity on the side and stables for new narratives and new cryptos. But there's a theme that older cryptocurrencies won't have another bull cycle or won't perform as well as the newer cryptocurrencies. What's kind of like your thoughts on new cryptocurrencies or having a bag of old coins that's down 90% and them possibly reaching their all-time highs again?
Historically, the money is in new coins.
Okay.
That's very true.
Okay.
People in crypto have what I call new sexy shiny token syndrome. Right? They always want the new sexy thing, right? The new narrative.
Okay.
Right. So basically, lots of people like to surf the wave of new narratives, not so much old narratives. Right. So unless something old can spin itself and add something new to it, people want the new thing. Right. And most of the money is made in the new thing because they're new, they launch, there's new marketing, new community, everything's brand new, everything's fresh, right? For something old to do well, it has to really, really do something different, whether it's make a new fundamental update in the roadmap or launch something big. But rarely do you see old products pump, right? For example, like my first 100x was Icon. Right? Well, actually, Icon and Wabi, but Icon did 100x. They were meant to be one of the first cross-chain interoperability L1s. Right, but now last cycle they didn't do anything. Right, 2017 did 100x. Then last cycle didn't do anything. They didn't even go past that last all-time high because I got in at about 12 cents in the private sale. You went to $12, came back down. Then last cycle it never went back to $12. I'm not sure. I think probably didn't even get halfway to its last all-time high. Right? But people, because every new cycle, every market, every year, you have better technology coming out. You had Cosmos come out, you had Polkadot come out, right? You have all these new L1s coming out, competing. So the market is getting more competitive. Mm-hmm. It's getting bigger, but more competitive, better technology. So if they haven't shown progress, people would rather bet on a new horse than an old dog that hasn't learned new tricks.
Yeah, you spitting gems right now, man. You spitting gems right now. I got a few new coins that I've seen massive gains on, like a Tor protocol. I'm heavily invested into stuff like Pal AI, a few Telegram bots. So
we're actually getting into a trade on ATAR. Our team has been looking at that recently.
Yeah.
It's the highest rated coin on Tokenmetrics.
Yeah.
Great.
I've been telling people, hey, you missed Casper, stop fading the Tor, man. And I noticed like myself, you're into projects that actually have products, and I'm very bullish on Tor Relay. I like products that have projects that have products that can generate revenue, and I think that's an addition in some of the tokens that I hold. That I like. It's kind of like the traditional market. You came from Web 2 in the traditional market. A lot of stuff on that stock market. They have
Mhm.
legit products that generate revenue. Well, with crypto, it's mostly speculation. And I noticed one of those projects you named. You said they had a product that was coming out. You said it so fast I couldn't think of the name, but you said they had a product that was coming out. So I see that you also find cryptocurrencies that have legit products as well.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It has to have something real, something that will. If you're holding for the long term, you have to ask yourself, can you hold this for 3 years, right? If so, what are the reasons you will hold it outside of just speculation? With speculation, that's fine. Just tell yourself it's a trade and know when you'll exit, right? With every trade, you have your entry point and your exit point.
Facts, facts. So with the institutional money coming in, right? I know you mentioned you're into like Deej and stuff like myself, but you don't see a blue chip maybe in the top 50 still putting in a 100x. For example, you can't Quant. A lot of people think Quant is going to get this massive institutional interest and it can go for a $1 billion market cap to a $100 billion market cap. Do you think there's still cases in the top 50, in the top 100, where one of those projects that can 100x if they get the institutional interest?
I mean, it's possible. Very few projects, I think, will have the institutional interest. But without even looking at the charts or the data, just looking at pure market cap, right? To go from 50 ETH in market cap to do 100x, that's probably going to put you in the top 10, top five even. I used to ask yourself, is this a top five, top 10 project?
True,
The answer is no.
true.
100x ain't going to happen, right? Without even looking at the price or the valuations, just looking just purely at the rank, right? To say, can it leapfrog all these projects, right? That's the way I kind of view it.
I feel you, man. I get tired of the XRP trolls and arguing with XRP people that's thinking still thinking it's going to 100x, man. So I just wanted to get that clarity because it's a decision you got to make with your portfolio at sometimes, because taking on those Degen plays is risk. And one of
Yeah.
the things a lot of
I
people.
mean, if you force me to pick the products I like for next cycle that could do well, we like Rollbit. They're printing money.
Yes,
They're printing money
real
as a
revenue
casino,
right there.
Web3 casino. I think they're what, like 60, 70th in market cap. I could see them being a top 10
Okay.
because crypto, because they're already top 10 in revenue
Yes.
monthly, right? And right now, the only risk with it is Web3 casino, decentralized, teams anonymous. Uh, but and right now they're not on any exchanges because of the gambling risk.
Mm.
If they have actual exchanges list them that take on that risk, then it could really take off because it did 100x in a bear market. Now we're entering into sports season, NFL, NBA. People in crypto want to degen, right?
Yeah.
So if you're giving them the Uniswap or the OpenSea of gambling for Web3, that also is one burning tokens. They get a portion of the revenue. I think they burned $6 million worth of RLB this month, and they're making, I think, what, 36 million a month in revenue, right? Because if you go in on the dashboard, it gives you all the analytics, and this is pre-halving, right? Imagine post-halving, right? So for me, I think Rollbit could be a top 20 project, maybe even top 10,
Mm.
right? So I think it can do 40x even more, right? If the market goes to 10 trillion or higher, that's possible. And I think one of the projects we like is Caspa. Caspa is doing pretty well. Their miners, it's a proof of work coin. So I like to view this project as the next Litecoin
Okay.
or the next Dash, right? So all these products were proof of work forks of Bitcoin. Although Casper is not, it's its own block DAG. But mining wise, Bitmain has already endorsed it. They made miners for Caspa; those sold out. Technology wise, we've looked at it; it's scored 89%. So the tech is solid. Miners are selling out. It did 100x in the bear market, and I think it can go for. I think it's in what, top 50 or 60th as well. That can become a top 20 coin.
Yeah.
Maybe even top 15. And I think that can do like a 50x or so.
I agree 110%. It's fair launch. It still hasn't been listed on a lot of exchanges yet. Still a lot of potential there with the Caspa. And speaking of DAG, the DAG technology, any low caps that that you've been looking at that fit that DAG narrative? Because I see it's a couple
Um,
that's low caps that could possibly have potential as well.
Nothing yet in terms of
Okay.
DAGs
Yeah.
that comes to mind. Do you know any?
Um, Taxara, Taxara.
Taxara? Okay, yeah, the thing I
Yeah,
was looked
yeah,
into it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's one of the ones I've been looking at, and then I've been looking at a few layer ones like Tectum, and also Quantum. I don't know if you're familiar with like quantum resistant projects. You know, with the whole
yeah,
emergence of
I've heard of
AI.
quant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So a lot of that's also a narrative that I've been looking at. So I've been taking some deep dives, man, and using some of the tools that you guys put out there and other, you know what I'm saying, good guys in the space, but definitely looking for that next, layer one or that next, like you said, hybrid blockchain project.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's going to be quite the bull run, so people better get ready.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. I do appreciate you giving me an opportunity, man. Like I said, man, you just it's like you hit me up. I was like, dang, he hit me back. You feel me? So I definitely appreciate that. I got a few more for you, and then I'm gonna let you go, good brother, because I know you're a busy man. And I'm working to get busy like you. Um, about token metrics. I want to talk about your company, token
Mhm.
metrics. If you had to say anything about token metrics that could, increase your increase your time in this space, how can token metrics, right,
Mhm.
help me out with my crypto experience?
Yeah, I mean, we're basically using AI
Okay.
to help people find the alpha, right? So, like, we have a market indicator that tells you when the market is bearish or bullish. Basically, when to be aggressive, when to be conservative, when to be in the market or on the sidelines. And literally to a T, it picks up all these different data points, right? Because we have market sentiment, on-chain data, market prices, our own investor grades. And like when the Bitcoin ETF speculation began happening, right, our indicator had already turned bullish, right? So it's picking up all these things just through the AI. The AI can kind of have tentacles throughout the whole crypto market and know, okay, what's happening. Then we go through and we grade crypto assets using fundamentals technology and give you a grade. Right. So, for example, you mentioned Ator, right? The reason I know about it because on the webinar today, that was the highest rated token of the day. Right. So it's giving you the alpha, right? Then Bottle we found today, right on the webinar. Right. I was kind of going through token metrics, looking at the changes, and I saw Bottle, looked into it. We spent about an hour on Bottle, then we also end up investing, right? So we're actually using our own platform, like our own fund, Token Metrics Ventures, right? Live on a webinar, made a trade, right? Because he said, "Whoa, this has some wheels as a trade." So it basically it helps you find new products very early on, right? The Joystreams of the world, the Caspers of the world. Casper was rated very highly based on an investor grade. That's looking at the tokenomics, the team, fundamentals, all those data points. It was rated very highly, and that did 100x in a bear market.
Mm.
So it helps you find products that can make money essentially using AI and data and analytics.
Okay. All right. Yeah, like I said, I'm signed up, man. Like I said, I'm utilizing and I'm learning as much as I can from you, from token metrics. The last one I got for you, man, because I know you're a whale in the industry. You're a whale. You're super degen. But everybody, what I'm saying, they don't talk about it, especially the big guys in the space like yourself. Do you dabble with meme coins or community tokens?
Yeah, I dabble. We've dabbled in Pepe.
Okay.
We've dabbled in Doge Chain, which was basically like the Ethereum L2 version of
Yeah.
uh, Doge. So we've dabbled in it.
Okay.
Now we view them as trades.
Hmm.
I would say you don't want to put much in them. You want to put in maybe 1% of your portfolio. But we've dabbled in some memes.
Okay. Yeah, man.
And actually, speaking of that, I think Pepe can do well if people like memes because Doge Doge is I'm sorry, you have Doge and Shiba, right? But Doge is, let's say, like I believe 10 billion FDV in terms of the valuation. I think 9, 10 billion. Pepe is about half a billion. It's
Mm.
like 550 million FTV. And Pepe isn't on Coinbase or Robinhood. If that happens, because lots of these meme coins, people like to meme and ape into them, right?
Yeah.
Like Shiba got put into Robinhood and all these other, right? If that happens, it can possibly flip Dogecoin or Shiba Inu.
I've said
Right?
that.
One of the things I kind of missed out on last cycle. I was hosting one of the people that was speculated to be one of the founders of Shiba Inu, and he was pitching me the coin, I mean meme coin, And I said, man, forget that. It's a meme coin. Don't want to touch it. Right now, there was a group involved in the early creation of Shiba Inu, but this guy is now a billionaire. Basically, he's all right. And for those who looked at the articles out there on the potential founders of Shiba Inu, I was hosting him during COVID. Okay, well, pre-COVID. And the rest is history. Like crypto, you have those kind of crazy stories, whether it's Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. Memes can make money.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's pretty much how my channel started growing fast. I made a lot of liquidity off a successful trade with a meme coin called Dogelon Mars, and then that my channel just started growing from there. But speaking of Pepe, I was looking over the buys on Pepe, and it's crazy you said that because if you just look at the buys compared to some of the utility token, the whales they really playing these memes. We're talking about 30,000 buys, 50,000 buys. Like the green walls on these community tokens are crazy. I agree 110%. I don't hold meme coins throughout the bear market. I simply trade them and I take my profits peak. But a lot of people like to have I don't believe in diamond hands, you feel me? Unless it's something like Bitcoin, you feel me? I've learned my lesson from that. But it's great to hear you confirm that there's still, what I'm saying, opportunity with memes because it's 50-50 with people in the space. Some people think memes is or they just I just want utility. Oh, I'm just a Bitcoin maxi. So yeah, man, you kind
Yeah,
of confirmed that there's still opportunity there.
yeah, absolutely. But always, as you mentioned, always manage the risk.
Yeah,
You can do almost anything in crypto if you manage the risk. That's the number one rule: manage your risk.
yeah, yeah. I appreciate you, good brother, man. We gotta lock in, man. That was me on Twitter that hit you up, or X as we call it now. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'll lock in with you whenever you got time, man. I appreciate you for reaching out and allowing me this interview. Yeah, any closing statements, man, before we go?
I mean, this is going to be quite the bull run. Get ready. It's right now we're in the pre-halving phase. Next April 2024 is post-halving. That's when the real money making opportunities come. Between now and then is really the time to accumulate, do your research, use tools like tokenmetrics.com or YouTube channel or even your channel, right? But if you're here now before the wave really starts taking off, that's the best way to really make money.
Okay, yeah, because I'm feeling a little bit underinvested right now, Ian, man. I got a lot of crypto, you feel me? But when this thing hit, when Bitcoin crossed 32, and a lot of people were saying, oh, well, 32 is the magic number. Now they're raising the bar and saying 40K is the magic number. I've been feeling a little bit of that FOMO, but I'm sticking to my strategy, sticking to my DCA and how I plan on doing things. But I'm invested. I don't know. With the ETF news, I feel a little bit underinvested, but I don't want to ape or go away from my strategy. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with it.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, and I appreciate it.
No problem, Ian, man. We'll chop it up, good brother. You have a lovely day, man. And happy you
All
feeling
right.
better, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem,
Take
man.
care.
Yep, yep.